What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the recording. Obviously, I've got my full schedule of videos today, but this Trump stuff just keeps developing right out in front of us. And if you're enjoying the coverage, appreciating it, please do leave a like on the video. If you haven't yet, subscribe down below. And if you haven't yet, check out my coffee company, coffeebrandcoffee.com. We roast our coffees fresh on demand. We have 15 different organic teas, including our new detox line. This is all handled right here in America by my actual employees, not some dropship thing. And if you just take a second to check out reviews, you'll see I'm not fooling around. 4,165 reviews with a total average score of 4.8 out of 5. That's a 96% on your normal percentage scale. So I'm hoping that today will be the day that you give Coffee Brand Coffee a try. Promo code TheQuartering, one word, and you'll save some money too. Now, a couple of quick updates happened in the Trump case. Obviously, he pled not guilty. This is not news. Okay, the 34 cases of whatever, it's all, for lack of a better term, trumped up. He pled not guilty to all of them, of course. Now, Darth Crypto put together a nice little thread here about 34 counts. How do we get this? So he writes, Trump charges, and by the way, worth a follow for sure on Twitter. Trump charges explain our thoughts. From what I hear, the jury charged for Trump's indictment, falsifying business records in the first degree. Intent is an element, which is why they need Michael Cohen. This is the felony charge. It requires another element that is done to cover up a crime. The attempt to elevate it to a Class E felony is solely to get around the statute of limitations clock, Bragg will argue. Now, the FEC, of course, says none of this happened. Between that and the timing, appeals are a no-brainer. As in New York, the state constitution guarantees a speedy trial, and federally, it's a clear-cut Sixth Amendment argument. I don't think Trump is any peril. It's a joke of a case, political hit job. As is obvious to everyone, even CNN, it won't hold up. But they're betting everything on it, and they want revenge pendulums. They're not trying to get him to win the nomination with this. They really do want to prevent him from ever running. That's obvious. A lot of very smart conservatives say this is a play to get him the nomination so they can beat him. It's not. They're using this, Georgia's laughingstock, and the special counsel over classified docs to kneecap him. That much is obvious by now. It's not a play. They're actually this evil. They are trying to use a corrupt justice system to eliminate and imprison a political opponent and an opposition leader, which, by the way, I wholeheartedly agree with. This is incomprehensibly bad, and they don't fear the other half of the country. Only if we turn it around them will they. And that's the thing, right? They talked about, Peter Doocy today even said, Doocy, is Biden concerned at all that a local DA indicting a former president could open up the possibility, set the precedent that local DAs that don't like a former president could indict him? Essentially saying this is what's going to happen to Biden.
Is a lawyer. Is he
and the President of the United States and the Commander-in-Chief, but go ahead.
He is, but as a lawyer, is he concerned at all that a local DA indicting a former president could, down the line, open up the possibility, set the precedent, that local DAs that don't like former President Biden could indict him?
I'm not going to comment from here.
Why don't you have more to say about the Trump indictment?
It is an ongoing case, and I've been very clear about that. We've been prudent about that, not commenting on ongoing cases, and we're going to stick to that.
But for
Peter?
better or worse, all that anybody in the country is talking about at this exact moment while we're in here is Trump. And they look here to find out what the White House thinks about it, and
Nothing. I mean, and nothing. I mean, the idea is, this Darth Crypto thread is probably worth a read. It kind of lays out how it's extraordinarily unlikely that they're kind of ginning up the number of charges in order to try and, make it more intimidating, to maybe hope that one of them counts. It's not going to work. This is obviously, and has been, of course, politically, there are many lawyers, weighing in on this, of course, And it's ridiculous. I don't think any of this is going to stop Trump. He's already raised somewhere around $8 million. And I assume by the end of this trial, this kangaroo court, it'll be somewhere near $20-30 million. A war chest that he probably would not have been otherwise as easily raided or raised that much money. But that is not without a nice little win today. In fact, the Ninth Circuit Court, think about this timing, by the way, just awarded Trump another $121,962.56 in attorney fees from Stormy Daniels. Order just released. This is in addition to the roughly $500,000 she already owes him. So just like her old corrupt Basta lawyer who's rotting in a jail cell currently, Stormy Daniels has continuously lost lawsuits. This is, the Democrats are using her, desperate to use her for as a tool against Trump. But this is just more ammunition that she's full of baloney. This is a woman that is deeply in debt. Now, will some corrupt Democrat make an anonymous donation to her T-shirt business to pay this off? Well, we certainly saw during the Kavanaugh hearings, they were trotting people out from 100 years ago that said maybe he touched their boob or something like that. And then they were raising, hundreds of thousands of dollars on GoFundMe, which is just a way, in my opinion, to launder money and pay for these people to come and try and smear a Supreme Court justice or, a potential Supreme Court justice. You see, this is just shared the news. What a joke. They need to drop this case tomorrow. More winning. Amazing. Ninth Circuit affirmed it, by the way. And you have, that's another $600,000 he gets to his, by the way, that she will probably never be able to pay him. Now, also in a big hit probably to the LawTube community, but also a very curious decision, the judge has denied the motion to allow live cameras as a former president faces criminal charges. And in my opinion, this is an absolute outrage. Given just how ridiculous the charges seem on their face, it makes no sense to me that the American people would not get to see this. I think that this should be something that they could appeal. Maybe they could appeal it. Maybe they couldn't. It's probably the sole discretion of the judge. But even the judge must know that these charges have almost no chance whatsoever of sticking. The idea that, if they were really feeling confident in their charges, don't you think that they would maybe consider putting it right on live TV for everyone to see? A judge presiding over Donald Trump's arraignment in Manhattan Courthouse Tuesday denied a request from several media outlets to allow cameras to cover live courtroom proceedings, according to court documents. The Supreme Court Judge Juan Merchan said the court would allow a limited number of videographers, photographers, and radio journalists to be present, but denied the motion to allow photos or live video during the court session, which means we're not going to see all the context in real time. However, 5 pool photographers will be allowed to take pictures for several minutes before the hearing begins. Big whoop. In his ruling, the judge said he considered all relevant factors, which included whether or not camera coverage would interfere with a fair administration of justice. I'm sorry, are we having a fair administration of justice here? I don't think what's happening to Donald Trump is fair in the least. To me, the judge is probably embarrassed by these charges and doesn't want it live streamed because it would expose just how weak their case is and just how politically motivated their case is. In my opinion, of course. With law enforcement activity, the objections of the defendant and limitations related to the physical stature of the courtroom, but ultimately, of course, denying the motion. He ruled that the integrity of the court's impartiality outweighed the monumental significance of the case and the unparalleled public interest. Well, maybe we've got a little other reason for that. Maybe we've got just perhaps some interesting information. the daughter of the judge on the Trump case worked on the Biden-Harris campaign. Donald Trump Jr. tweeting seems relevant. Yet another connection in this hand-picked Democrat show trial. The BS never ends, folks. The daughter of the judge on the Trump case worked for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's campaign. I mean, how can this judge take this case? I mean, certainly it's possible that, you're a staunch Republican and your kid's a Democrat, but I don't really think we should take that risk. Judge Juan Merchan's daughter, Lauren Merchan, president and partner of Authentic Campaigns, a company that runs digital campaigns for Democrat candidates. According to Merchan's archived LinkedIn account, the company's website has a testimonial from Adam Schiff, which states, "We partner with our clients to build award-winning online programs for progressive campaigns." According to Merchan's archived LinkedIn account, she works as the director of digital persuasion for Kamala Harris for the People from February 2019 through December of 2019, which was during the 2020 presidential election. And according to the company's website, the Biden-Harris campaign was also a client. Merchan's LinkedIn account was disabled following a report by the Gateway Pundit, which first reported on her work history. I wonder why that is. I wonder why. Maybe you can see Eric Trump. They're all handpicked. It's all prearranged. This corruption is on a different level. Daughter of judge overseeing Trump's case, worked for Kamala Harris campaign, now serves as president of a company that has Biden-Harris campaign as an ongoing literal client. I mean, I don't know about you, but this is getting very spooky, and it's very curious as more and more of these connections get revealed. I don't know if you can even, but Trump hopefully gets tried in a different district, has a different judge, because this stinks to high heaven. I hope you were informed by this video. I will stay close on this topic. I know I don't normally cover hard politics on this channel, but obviously this seems like a pretty big deal. Make sure you leave a like on the video, you subscribe and turn notifications on. And if you haven't yet, at least check out the reviews at coffeebrandcoffee.com. Promo code TheQuartering. I would absolutely love your support. We'll talk to you again real soon.